Okay, so now we're going to looking up how to set up our ambassador program. So these are a really solid way of expanding the brand's reach, credibility, and it also really generates sales through word of mouth marketing. It's much more powerful to have someone else talk about you than have you talk about your own product. And the ambassador program is a way to do that. And it's really good to take advantage of the influence and the leverage of other people's audiences. Because if you have people with bigger audiences than yours, or you have people that have reach in different audiences who are talking about how good you are, that's the best form of marketing to get someone to actually reach out to you. Okay. And with ambassador programs, when you do them, they can generate you a lot of money. I've made over six figures from ambassador programs, from referrals that have come from that. So when you do, in fact, the whole of Ascend Performance Coaching and our private consulting probably came off the back of ambassador programs. So what we're going to go over is how to create a compelling offer, how to manage and track, and how to set clear posting requirements to maximize how effective your program is. So the first one is define your ideal ambassador profile. So, loyal clients, ideally, who have experienced significant results from that, or they align with your brand values. Okay. Engage following on social media, even if it's a small one. An engaged following of 1,000 people is better than an unengaged following of 100,000 people. And you want to look at a few things like, is that person right for the ambassador program? So if you're going to do an ambassador program for someone who's never trained before and you're offering a training program, it's probably not going to be the best use of your time because they're not going to be able to stick to it. If they don't stick to it, then we know what's happening there. Okay, it's just going to be a downhill spiral for you. So identifying who your ambassador is really important. The first ambassador that I brought on was someone who had quite an influential social media following. They were building up their online coaching business at the same time. So they were just starting out and they had started their fitness modeling career as well. So it kind of all came together at the perfect time. They were a perfect ambassador to come on board with the program. And my growth has been, in sync with their growth of their business the whole time as well. So it's a win-win scenario. And in all fairness, I haven't pushed the requirement as much as I should have with that person, which could have led to faster growth, which is why we're doing it here. So compelling offer, it could be discount, it could be free, it could be whatever you kind of work out to be fair for you. So if someone, a prime example is Gary Vaynerchuk from Gary V Enterprises and Media. When he was trained by Jordan Sayat, I highly doubt Jordan Sayat was paying him, but he was able to leverage that into a 1 million+ follower outcome. Now, that's probably not going to happen for you, but depending on the person, you can work it out. Now, you create exclusive perks, new programs, events, merchandise, wear all your kind of stuff. They might get access to different things earlier. It wants to be compelling for them. And you can create performance-based rewards, which is free training sessions based on clients bought in. It could be a referral fee. The list is really endless. I generally give a cash reward to most people for bringing people in because it gives them a little bit of feedback from them bringing in clients for you that, hey, if I do this, I'm going to get this much in actual cash. So it encourages them to keep posting. And keep it really simple, okay? So the offer needs to be simple because if the ambassador is selling your stuff to someone else, they need to understand what it is. And every time you have a sale, that's a time limit offer. Taking advantage of that and getting the ambassadors to promote that can create more urgency for them because you want them to be posting about your stuff. So with tracking, there's a number of ways that you can do it. Unique referral codes work really well if you have the tech for it and the numbers. If not, CRM tools or even your Google Sheet can be very effective for managing it. Hey, where'd you hear about me? Oh, it came from Ambassador. Cool, fantastic. Regular reporting, so meet up with your ambassadors once a month, going how many referrals they generated, what rewards they've got, or just let them know on a regular basis as soon as they've got it done. If they haven't been posting, you also need to let them know as well because you want to get that post up. Quite often, it's a matter of people just simply forgetting, not doing it from any form of malice or ill intent. Okay, they just forget to do it. And adjust incentives. So with one person who had a really successful ambassador program, they got referred double-figure clients for it. We basically changed the rewards and perks to keep that person engaged. What I have found is if you got a really good ambassador deal for someone and they're generating a lot of referrals, they actually don't care about the incentive anymore. They just become an absolute advocate for your brand. And if you can get someone to become an advocate for your brand, that is the easiest way to get more money in repeatedly because they're going to constantly talk about how good you are and what you can do for them. And then manage payments and rewards. So be transparent, show them how it's earned and just send them cash, direct bank transfer, PayPal, whatever it is that's easiest for you. It's no perfect tool for that one. Okay. Now, this is the hardest part and the part that's hardest to manage, which is set your clear posting guidelines. So they should be on the stories at least 2 times a week. I would prefer 3 times a week. Some people are doing daily or every time they work out. The more often is generally the better. Okay. But still be realistic with what the client can do. And then we have a specific offer. They have to post it at least once a week. Okay. This is advantageous for them because they can earn money from the people who have come from there. Okay. So that is an important thing to do. Now, wall post, they can post about their training or a testimonial before and after. Once a fortnight or once a month is generally ideal here. Wall post, I'm not too fussed about. And then anytime they're doing anything workout, nutrition related, they can tag you. Okay. It helps you track their activity. Same with the story posts, at least 2 times a week, but the more they tag you, the better. Because what's happening then is it exposes you to that particular person's audience of a person of note. Tagging in stories and tagging on wall posts is the main factor of ambassador programs. Now, you get them to be consistent with language and hashtags. If that's something that you do, you can also provide them with branded templates or graphics to maintain a cohesive look. I've done that before. If you want to put like a background or use any of the Ascend tools there, it can be really useful for them doing that. But then also make sure that they write it authentically. No one likes a post where someone who's never talked about it before, here, drink this drink. It's the best thing I've ever had. Or train with Paul. He's the best coach I've ever had. Let it be authentic. Let it be real because that's what people are looking for. And then from there, basically monthly review to check in, see how they're going. It also fits in top of their programming as well. And then, share their posts before they go live, okay? Make sure that you approve when they're talking about you, if they're going to do a particular video or something like that. But ideally, just get in stories, get tagged as much as possible, create a compelling offer. Your goal is to get 3 to 5 ambassadors in your program in your first 2 months. And that is going to expose you to thousands and thousands of people and give you a ton of social proof.